I got some really bad news for Roland Martin and fans of Roland Martin. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, man, but this is about to get really bad. Roland Martin has a wife called Jackie. They've been married for multiple decades at this point. But despite being happily married for multiple decades, Roland Martin has been stepping out of his marriage and dealing with a woman called Shakola. Shakola Thompson is this big old booty country freak. Her and Roland Martin have been dealing with each other for quite a while now. And by the way, like, these two even being acquainted is kind of odd because, Shakola is still on the block. Like, Shakola doing live streams from the hood, bruh. Like, on the block. Roland Martin is hosting political show and running political theater. So these two even being acquainted is a throw-off. But Shakola does what she does, and Roland Martin apparently likes it. So how do we get from Roland Martin and Shakola having their thing going on to now the world knowing about it? Let me explain. A couple of days ago, Whack 100 got a text from somebody claiming to be Shakola's representative. Now, Shakola is not a public figure. Shakola is not somebody who has a podcast. She don't have a YouTube channel. She don't have an IG presence. So I guess I'm unsure why she needs a representative or what the representative is for. Now, my suspicion is this representative was actually Shakola herself, but because I don't know that, I'll just go with what their story is, which is representative, okay? So the representative hits up Whack 100, asking Whack 100 to expose Roland Martin's relations with Shakola Thompson. The supposed representative wrote, Roland Martin is getting fingered by Shakola L. Thompson and he is given soft low D energy. Why would an accomplished journalist cheat on his wife in this manner, letting someone take pictures and videos of him in acts and wearing his hideous man bikini? I assume since he is given low D energy, his wife is somewhere getting some big D energy. I'm just saying. I was very skeptical at first. First off, Roland Martin cheating on his wife, it don't really seem like Roland Martin's character. Like, Roland Martin seemed like this Baptist preacher. He don't really come across as that type of guy. So I was a little skeptical. In the message itself, the person sounded a little bitter, sounded like they had a vendetta. So I didn't really know what to make of it. I didn't really take it seriously. And then they sent over proof. And this is where things got real. When they sent over proof of everything they are accusing Roland Martin of doing. So in the first video I received, Roland Martin is laid flat on his back on top of pillows. His head is hitting the backboard. His arms is like spread out. He has his left leg sitting up. He has his other leg laid towards the side. As the woman Shakola is in between his, like she's laying sideways in between his legs. She has two fingers going in his butthole as the other finger is stroking his genitalia. And the good brother Roland Martin, he's taking it like a G. He's taking it like a G. Now, I'll be real with y'all, okay? When I heard Roland Martin was involved in a scandal, there was tapes out here, I thought it was with a man, to be honest. If I was a betting man, I would have put it on a man. But it was a woman. How do I know this was a real woman? Well, you could see her lady parts in the video. Now, I know it's 2026, like there's all type of surgeries where people can get creative, right? You could build that lady part nowadays. But from all I can tell, this is a real woman. Now, Roland Martin letting this woman stick fingers up there where the sun don't shine it threw me off a little bit, bro. Because Roland Martin is an old school dude. Like, Roland Martin is in his 50s, I believe, maybe 60s. That's not the type of activity I expect Roland Martin to engage in. I expected Roland Martin to be engaged in some really vanilla stuff. That right there is some, like, bruh, I don't know too many 50-year-olds who even know about that. Sir, how'd you discover that part of your repertoire, man? This next recording ain't cool, man. What they did to the good brother ain't cool, man. Because after the fact, right, the good brother is laying down, all right, chest out, hair out, all right, and they zoomed all the way in this video where you see Roland Martin's piece, right, what he's working with, okay, his love muscle. And I think Roland Martin has a condition, and I'm not being funny here. This is microscopic. This is as microscopic of a love meet I've ever seen in my life. right? This is, I didn't know that God made it this small. That's how small it was. Now, it could very well be he had already finished. So, he's on soft. Maybe that's it, right? I'll say, okay, maybe he's on soft. But this doesn't look normal. This reminds me of the Boss Mandilo leak, pause. Right? When I literally seen that Boss Mandilo leak involuntarily. Right? I was scrolling down my timeline and it popped up. And he also had a condition because his was abnormally small as well. Roland Martin junk is abnormally small. This is, I don't know, man. All right. Now, the next picture, right, they showed us is a picture that Roland Martin, I guess, sent her. Now, this is Roland Martin in a brown and black shirt that reads, "If it doesn't bring peace, profit, or purpose, then don't give it your time, energy, or attention." Right? Again, that's some great foreshadowing here. But in this picture, Roland Martin has his hands on his shirt. He's lifting his shirt up, and he has on no pants, no drawers. He only has on what appears to be a cheetah print thong. Now, he has his meat within the thong, the fingers in the booty, wearing the thong. This is where I start to wonder, hold on, cuz I know we seen a woman in the video, but come on, bro. Come on, Roland. We're trying to work with you here, man. Come on. Come on. Now, I don't know if Roland was cheating on his wife, because I don't know the understanding him and his wife have. However, this woman believes, or from the message they were sending, they believe you was cheating on your wife. So I don't know if she has no idea what's going on, but they believe you was cheating on your wife. Here's the thing. When I see these pictures and videos, now, I don't have experience in these things, right? So I contacted the one person that I know who would have experience, and that's Tasha K. And I said, Auntie Tasha, this is going on. I'm probably not going to do anything about it, but I can get you in contact with the person who's communicating with us, and maybe they can give you more information. So that person, got in contact with Auntie Tasha, sent over whatever they sent over, and Auntie Tasha reached out to Roland Martin and his team. And Roland Martin and his team confirmed and verified the videos and the pictures were real. However, if anybody posted, he's going to sue you. My thing is, if I'm Roland Martin, I'll just come on my show and take accountability and speak about it. But avoiding it is probably not going to help, especially when more people in the industry is already receiving this. In a tweet on Twitter earlier today, Tasha K wrote, "Update, Roland Martin's team has confirmed to my team that the stills I receive of him appeared blank in a woman's home that's not his wife are 100% authentic. He says he is being extorted. He also proposes that he will be suing if we or any blog disseminates these hilarious images of him appearing to be in a leopard print thong. I'll be breaking down everything we know and the latest developments on my show." Now, I think Tasha K might actually post the actual picture. I don't think she's gonna post the video, because the video or the screen stills, that's like he's actually engaging in sex act, so maybe he would have a lawsuit there. But I feel like the actual image of him in a thong is not nudity, so I don't know how that will work, okay? Now, I'm not posting it. So Tasha K would also take to, her YouTube live to explain the situation and explain what's going on.
Saturday, I got some PSA. Okay, so it's going down in real time with Roland Martin, all right? And we're going to unwind everything on Monday. You know me, lawyers can do what lawyers do. I don't give a damn, okay? You have a platform, you talk about people, you expose people in your way, Roland. You have your own thing, okay? And so I always give a courtesy call to any and everybody when I receive anything that is damaging to or could be damaging to their careers. I don't have to do that because I'm not a journalist. See, a journalist has to do that. I'm Tasha K, live from the porch, from the bedroom. Baby, we run a different ball game up over here. Now, we're not in the business to, slander you or defame you or make up things about you, but we can run our story the way we want to run our story, because I don't pay into no journalism society. I don't pay to be on the list. I don't subscribe to that. All right. So yes, this is the guy that talks about politics. So I got a call from a friend. Okay, he's another blogger, and he said, "Auntie Tasha," I said, "What's up, baby? What's up with you?" I said, "What's up with you?" He said, "I just got something. You need to see this." I said, "Well, give it to me, baby. Give it to me." And I'm not gonna say his name because I already know how they like to play with dissemination of porn. No, that's not what's going on here, okay? That man didn't disseminate no porn. That's not what happened. The girl who shot the porn of Roland Martin in her house, in her bedroom, that's who you need to sue. That's who you need to sue. But we're going to talk about that on Monday. Okay, we'll unwind it just a little bit more on Monday. I'm not going to drink wine this early because, I don't want the water retention this early. I don't want my back to be sitting up like this because, at water weight. But we will discuss everything in specific on Monday. But I got a message from a fellow blogger friend of mine. I said, well, let me see what you want to say. And I was like, this is disgusting. So my management team used to work with him. So I thought they still worked together. I wasn't I didn't know that they had parted ways or whatnot. And so I said, hey, just like when I got the Tigger information, anybody I get, John Gray, when I got the videos of him, you know what I'm saying, playing with his clit for some crab legs. Yes, John Gray has a clit. Yes, okay. And he was rubbing it. He was rubbing it. Whatever you call that, I don't know. It's none of my business. His wife loves it. Not my man. Not mine. Now, and so I said, hey, they was like, well, do you really need to tell him? I said, yeah, he needs to know that this is coming out. So they caught him. It was like midnight last night. They caught him, and yeah, he didn't deny. We just got word back. He said that he's aware of it. The videos are somewhat old, and he's being extorted. Roland Martin is being extorted. Okay.
Tasha K don't give a damn, bruh. And that's why I love Tasha K. Yo, Tasha K to me, if we're being honest here, man, I feel like she don't get her just due because the industry hates her. Why isn't Tasha K on the Complex Media rank list? Yo, like Tasha K is probably top 5, top 3 media personalities right now. But the question goes, what are the implications for Roland Martin's career? Again, I know you guys see the title, all right? I don't care what the title says, okay? Nothing. Yo, the era of hit pieces no longer works, okay? I'm just being real with you. It no longer works, okay? If Roland Martin comes out and says, yup, I cheated on my wife, I got caught, I apologize. Now, his ops might celebrate. His ops might rather make a couple videos about it. But would this really affect Roland? Not really, bruh. Now, if the video comes out, that's a different story. Because you getting fingers up your, you know what, that's a different story. But outside of that, bruh, I don't think his audience who watch him every day, I don't think they will say, because of this, I'm no longer watching like Roland Martin. Right? And that's why, again, y'all don't see me responding back to the 100 videos, like 100 content creators make about me every day. That's because, bruh, I recognize the era of the hit piece no longer work. It just doesn't, right? And that's why I don't respond or really pay attention to, because it just, fam, if your audience hates me, right? Or if somebody is making content and their audience hates me, fam, there's nothing you could say to your audience that already hates me that would affect my audience who already loves me. I have not seen a hit piece on me, because most of them are lies, right? And we know, I have not seen a hit piece on me that has affected anything I have going on my channel, at all, right? That's because, again, 99.9% of it are lies. Right? They're all lies. And the other one are just people reacting to my videos and trying to critique me. But yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with Roland Martin. what I will tell you, man, is there's more coming out. There's more footage. There's more pictures. There's more coming out. So if I'm Roland Martin, man, again, like, I don't know what she's asking, but you got to look at the figure that she's asking for and think, man, is it really worth all this trouble? Like, is being cheap really worth, like, these videos getting out there and my kids seeing it? I don't know, bro. All right, but y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out why or exactly YG and the Bloods just declared war on Drake. Find out exactly why they did it. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.